We imagine change in heroic terms. The protest that fills a square. The vote that shifts history. The reform that rewrites the world. But real change rarely begins with spectacle. More often, it begins with something so small you'd almost miss it. A breath before reacting. A question asked gently. A boundary drawn quietly. If that sounds soft, it is. And yet softness is the scaffolding that holds everything else up. It is the quiet strength that allows for enduring transformation. The truth is simple. Systems don't collapse dramatically. They collapse gradually, through the exhaustion of the people who sustain them. The OECD found that more than half of citizens feel too overwhelmed to participate in civic life. This is true even though they care deeply about their communities and the future. The WHO reports global anxiety rose 25% in a single year. Young people are carrying the heaviest weight of this burden. This isn't a personal failure. It's a structural one, a systemic challenge we all face. When emotional bandwidth collapses, democratic capacity collapses with it. At REDefine, working with young people in VR debates and Youth for Peace simulations, we see something again and again. Give young people tiny emotional tools, and their civic intelligence expands. They think better. They argue better. They listen better. They participate more fully and with greater purpose. Why? Because big change depends on small emotional architectures. Tiny repairs sustain the people who sustain the world. Most change fails because we demand too much too quickly. We are told to fix the climate, rebuild democracy, stay informed, and care. It's too much for any nervous system to process all at once. Neuroscience shows that dramatic change triggers threat responses. This pushes us into fight, flight, or freeze, making progress difficult. So instead of transformation, we teach the 1% shift. This is the smallest action that changes direction, a subtle redirection. One grounding breath can make a difference. One calmer question can de-escalate tension. One focused source instead of 20 can bring clarity. One tiny boundary around your time or attention can protect your energy. 1% is the difference between drift and direction. It is the crucial distinction between collapse and continuation. This small shift builds momentum for sustainable engagement. If there's one thing that destabilizes both people and societies, it's misinterpreted emotion. We feel before we think, our bodies reacting instantly. The nervous system reacts before the mind understands the full context. The emotional audit is a simple, powerful reset. It brings awareness and intentionality to our internal states. Step 1. What am I feeling? Naming feelings reduces emotional intensity, bringing a sense of control. Science proves it. UCLA research shows that labeling emotions calms the amygdala. Step 2. Where is it coming from? Is it today's stress, yesterday's overwhelm, or a misunderstanding? Is it a story I'm telling myself or a genuine present concern? Step 3. What's one small thing that brings 5% more clarity or calm? A pause, a sip of water, a new tone, or a softer question can shift the atmosphere. Even a 5% emotional shift can change a conversation, a classroom, or a community. This small adjustment can ripple outwards, creating a more positive environment. A micro boundary isn't a wall. It's a soft line that protects your energy, clarity, and dignity in real time. It is a gentle assertion of your needs and limits. The American Psychological Association found that boundaries reduce burnout by up to 39%. They are essential for maintaining well-being and sustained effort. Simple sentences like, "Give me 2 minutes," or "I'll reply tomorrow," are powerful. "Let's slow down," or "I need a pause," are also effective. These aren't avoidance tactics. They're maintenance strategies. essential for self-preservation. They're how you preserve capacity so you can participate sustainably. This applies online, in community, and in democracy. People who can set boundaries can stay engaged longer. They do so with more clarity and more compassion for themselves and others. Civic collapse begins in emotional collapse, which means civic repair must begin in emotional repair. It starts with the individual, then expands outwards. When individuals practice micro-repair, the 1% shift, the emotional audit, the micro-boundary, something structural happens. Conversations become calmer, fostering better understanding. Classrooms become safer spaces for learning and growth. Communities become wiser, making more thoughtful decisions. Democracies become stronger, built on resilient citizens. Small clarity becomes big wisdom. Small steadiness becomes big participation. Small boundaries become big protection. This is what we see every day in REDefine's VR spaces. Give young people emotional tools, and they become capable of engaging with complexity instead of escaping it. They learn to navigate challenges with greater resilience. You don't need to be a hero to change the world. You don't need to know everything. You don't need to feel ready for grand gestures. You only need to be slightly more resourced, slightly more steady, slightly more aware, consistently. Change is built by people who repair gently. It is built by minds that pause to see clearly. It is built by hearts that choose compassion, one small step at a time.